Right then, hello and welcome to Doubles and Trebles. I've got SD on from he's in a car somewhere on a motorway in the south of England. He's on his way back from the family holiday. Yeah, some good results yesterday. Couple of winners. Could have been better. Started pretty well. 15-2 winner for me. 9-1 place for me. 11-2 winner from the first three races, and then it went downhill a little bit. SD was plodding along with a couple of places as well. Rivich being one of them. So we're going to try and run through Epsom Derby Day. Some big races, obviously the biggie, which we'll come on to, which is at 4:30. Plenty of Derby content on the channel already, and thanks to those that have watched so far. But we're going to start in the 2 o'clock as normal. That's where the day starts at Epsom. There's plenty of racing all over the country tomorrow, which SD, I'm sure, is going to come to. Before we go to SD, I'm going to go first. The first race, 10 furlongs, handicap. I quite liked Mr. Big Stuff. He was either hampered or the victim of a poor ride in the very hot race at Newbury last time. Sorry, the London Gold Cup. He was well backed on the day, 9-2 on the day there, Mr. Big Stuff. He goes off only a £1 higher mark here. Tyler Hurd, who's not had many winners this year, let's be honest. He's in the saddle this time. So instead of Holly Doyle, but I don't read too much into the claimers around here, particularly inexperienced ones, because you need to know your way around Epsom, in my opinion. But the trainer states that Mr. Big Stuff wouldn't mind it if they get a bit of rain. They are due some rain. It was drying out today, but it was threatening rain all afternoon. A little bit of drizzle out. I think there's going to be some rain overnight. So I'm with Mr. Big Stuff. He's at 4-1. That's in the first race. I'm going to go to SD, and he's going to tell us who he fancies in the 2 o'clock at Epsom. SD.
Same. Easy. I'm exactly like you. The concern is this Tyler Hurd, who I thought would be riding at Lingfield tomorrow night, but for some unknown reason, Richard Spencer's put him on. It is a odd piece of jockey booking, but apart from that, it ticks all the boxes. It's a crap race, to be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't fancy much at all, and I think it's a worse race than the London Gold Cup. Let's put it like that. The handicap's not necessarily big time, putting Mr. Big Stuff up a pound, but you can't have everything, can you? And I've told you the negatives, but the positives far outweigh them. Just to point that he was both given a bad ride and got checked last time.
Yeah.
And we do call bad rides out on this channel, though.
Yeah, we do.
I know you're not allowed. You're not allowed to say it. The mainstream media couldn't possibly say it. Those nodding head dogs like Nick Fitzgerald couldn't possibly say things like that.
Right.
That loser was at Epsom today, but we'll move on.
There's SD. I'll give you a choice, pal. You can have 4 places at 4-1, or you can have 5 places at 7-2. Or you can go win only, obviously. Win only. Right. No problem. Here we go. Off to a flyer. I will give a shout out to Mick Doonan, who was in the chat last night. I don't know if he's in the chat this evening. He owns a bit of a share in Knowlton Cross. That's pretty well fancied. Been well backed. He's around the 6-1 mark. That's in the 2 o'clock. But me and SD agree. Mr. Big Stuff's the one. He is at the head of the market, but it's not a bad price for a favourite at 4-1. Win only. You're going to get best odds as well at the 4-1 SD, so we'll both be happy with that. On to the 235, where Cheveley Park have got 2 of the runners very close to the top of the market. Fillies and Mares. I was looking at Potapova. I think she's the best horse in this race. The ratings tell you that. She's £6 better off than Bashki Rover, who's the favourite. Just she's £5 better than Mrs. Fitzabert. I know that's only a guide, but £5 and £6 is significant in this game. I think that this Potapova won a Red Car Maiden last year, or novice race, by 8 lengths. Then got chucked right in at the deep end at Ascot in a Group 1 on only a 3rd start. And then was in Group 3s after that. I thought she'd done everything but win at Kempton. She probably should have won, really. Ryan Moore's on. It could well be a big day for Sir Michael Stout. I've told you a complete lie about the official ratings. Take no notice of what I've just said about that. But I think this is the day for Potapova. She wouldn't want too much rain. That's the one thing that might put you off. But I like Potapova. She's 7-2. Could go off favourite. There's 3 right at the top of the market. that are really close in the betting. SD, where you going with your money in the 235?
This is always the worst group race of the year, isn't it? It's a dreadful contest. Look, it's as if you read my notes. I just agree with everything you've just said.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
I don't think there's any need to dwell on it because I know we're a bit short of time. Look, I think the ratings don't suggest it, but I think she's the best filly in the race. Yes. If you want one on the price, it wouldn't completely surprise me if Statement ran its place. But look, it's a fair price for Potapova again, and I'd much rather back her than this Misfits Herbert.
Well, I think I can comment on this Misfits Herbert. She raced against Bashkirova last time. They face again this time off the same weights on both occasions, and that Misfits Herbert, when she didn't have a clear run, and when she got out, she put the race to bed quite nicely. Haggis was flying at the time, and is still flying. And yeah, I mean, really, Misfits Herbert should be just purely on that last race. Should be a shorter price than Bashikova, but I know they're very very close in the market, but she's not. I think she should maybe be clear favourite on that, but she isn't. You've said
Jockey puts you off, doesn't it?
yeah, probably. I mean, Huey Morrison's not as from a sexy yard like William Haggis, who has been in sexy form this year, you could say. But yeah, we both like Potapova. I think she will prove to be the best horse in this race, and this is more a level, like you say, SD. Last year she was chucked in very much at the deep end, as I say. She'll handle a bit of rain, but not too much. But you could say that about most runners on the card, to be honest. So we're rattling through these. We're 4-1 in the first race. We're 7-2 in the second race. Or you can have. I tell you what, we'll be 100-30 with best odds guaranteed. How's that for you, SD? 100-30, best odds guaranteed. And we're going to be moving.
She'll go off 5-2.
I think she'll go off favourite as well, but we might be wrong. It's always there as a safety net. We're on to the third race, the Diemed Stakes. Usually a good race, this Group 3, just 1 mile and half a furlong. I expected Modern News to be a strong favourite for this. I expected him maybe to even be a shade of odds on. You can get him available at 6-4. Now, he's won the Spring Cup at Newbury, which isn't an easy race to win. He carried 105 that day and still won. It was a reasonably bunched finish, but no surprises in a big field handicap. And then he's gone to Windsor in a race I know you like, SD, the Royal Windsor Stakes listed race, and he's absolutely wazzed him. He's won that by over 4.5 lengths. That was easily his best performance. He's obviously a horse on the up, even though he's 4 years old. He's clear on ratings. Well, sorry, I've got that. That's the second ratings statement I've got wrong tonight. But I thought Modern News would be odds on. Mutasaabeq, I backed him last time. He was unlucky at Sandown, yes, but was that a great race at Sandown? You know, given alcohol free, drifted like a barge on the day, and is clearly not the same horse this year. So yeah, he was unlucky, but was it a good race anyway? McGallen, I'm not sure what they're doing with him. Does he want a mile? So this year, McGallen would have tried 9 furlongs, 10.5 furlongs at Chester, and then 8.5 furlongs at Epsom today. I don't think they know what to do with him, to be honest. He might be good, but they've not decided what to do with him yet. Zakuski hardly ever runs in the UK, but when he does, his last run in the UK at Newmarket, he won really quite well, and that puts him the top on ratings here. But he's clearly the second choice. So I'm just got to go with Modern News. It's just a price thing for me, SD. 6-4. I expected him to be even money. So where are you going?
I think it's a rotten price.
Fair enough.
I think you throw a blanket out with a lot of them. You talk about official ratings. There's not that much in them. Look, people forget with Mutasaabeq, he was at one point favourite for the Guineas last year, the day before. There's a bit of unfinished business with this horse, you know. He's won a couple of egg and spoon races round 8 up in third. He should have won the Sandown Mile last time. I think we can all say that. And I just think he might be better than these. Personally, look, Modern News, he beat Tempest last time, and Bell Rock in a Woodland race at Windsor. Let's face it, Tempest and Bell Rock don't pull any trees, and we beat them well. But I could beat them sometimes, honestly. He is. I'm just not completely convinced by Modern News on both the ratings angle and what he beat last time. And I think Mutasaabeq, even though you say, the Sandown Mile wasn't the greatest of races, it was a damn sight better than the Windsor one. I can see finding Sam running a race. Whether or not he's a trifle further, I don't know, but certainly, some of his form, including that second at Adam, looks pretty respectable. So I'll tell you what, I'll give you the 1-2, should I? Mutasaabeq to be finest sound, and thank God I disagree with you.
Oh, good. So is that what am I going to be putting in the description then, Esther? We're going to be doing a reverse forecast.
We're not doing a reverse forecast, just about Mutasaabeq.
Right, SD's on Mutasaabeq. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Just have a look in the description after the. I'm not sure what I might do, to be honest. I'm just reading the comments here. Mutasaabeq. The trip is ideal for him. I really couldn't be any happier with the horse, according to Charlie Hills. And I backed him last time. He owes me a few quid. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might skip it. Anyway, talking about skipping, I'm on to the 345 SD. It's going to be a short one from me. I've looked at this race. It's an absolute lottery, and I have not got a bet. I've never backed the winner in the Epsom Dash, and God, I've tried, and I'm not trying this year. I couldn't find one. So it's all on to you for this 20 runner handicap, probably the fastest race in the calendar, downhill at Epsom, 5 furlongs.
It's a great race, isn't it? Despite you've never been able to back. I think I've had a winner once, but anyway. But I'll put two up against the field. I don't think there's a great deal of strength and depth in the race. Now, where you want to be drawn is going to be, it depends what the weather does. If it absolutely buckets it down, you want to be drawn high. And if it's, if it's dry and mild, you probably want something lower. So I'll put to it. Look, Stone of Destiny is very well found in the market, and he hasn't won for a while. But the case for him is very simple. He should have won this last year off 102.
Yep.
He's down to 92.
Yep.
And I think he should take the beating. The other one is last year's winner. Now these both going to need booking room. This is Mokaatil, which has an absolutely terrific record round Epsom. You're going to have to excuse me because my phone signal isn't there. So I think he's 3 from 4 when I was looking earlier. He is 3 from 4, which is very, very good. They're both going to need running, but I would back them both. I mean, what's the sexy each way to them?
So you can get 7 places with you know who from Leeds, Stone of Destiny.
Not the Pedestre.
Yep.
They're an absolute virgin with this. Have a look at what percentage they're betting to. They've been betting about 170%.
Yeah.
You cannot win betting at those prices. If you bet at Destre, you have a chance.
So current prices, I know you're not batting current prices, but just for the viewers, 11 to 2 Stone of Destiny, 7 places, 7 to 1 Mokaatil, 7 places. I honestly didn't have a clue. I heard that argument made about Stone of Destiny, and it's a very straightforward one, as you said, SD. He should have probably won this race last year off 102. He's now rated 92, but the reason he is down £10 in the last 364 days is because he's not been winning. Maybe Epsom, maybe this is gonna see him at his best. It's been a while since he's threatened the judge. Let's put it that way. But yeah, no selection from me in the dash, 2 from SD. I'll put them in the description as always. Right, on to the big one. We slightly covered it a little bit yesterday, and the one that SD told everyone yesterday that he was backing, Glory Days, has come in for some support at ridiculous prices. I believe Glory Days was about 150 last night when we were speaking, maybe 125. It's significantly less than that now. Tell me you're thinking, SD.
Well, racing was most boring man, Kevin Blake, put it up. It's completely kiboshed my plan on the race. He really is a boring man. You wouldn't want me stuck in a lift with him, would you? The case is as Blake has written, and as I said last night, look, he might be able to cross High Glory, but instead, I think the step up in trip and suit, and he's progressing at a rate of knots. Now, the fact that he's trained by Mr. Oliver somewhat explains his price, but he is still too big. When I looked at this 10 minutes ago, it was 8 to 5 on the machine. I'd be perfectly happy to take that. Look, I'm back 2 in the race. I must say, by the way, Desert Crown is the most likely winner of this. But he is the correct price rather than being a standout bet.
Yeah.
especially when there's 17 runners and there's an awful lot of variables, and you just need to look at the prices of Derby winners in the past few years to see what a complicated race this is. Just excuse me. There's a copper up there. There's a copper in lane one.
SD's just not only giving us 66 to 1 selections in the Derby, he's also identifying police vehicles on the motorway, on the M4 or wherever he is.
M5. But anyway, if any coppers listening on the M5, don't pull us over for goodness sakes. I've got Epsom to go to tomorrow. Look, he's the correct price Desert Crown, but he isn't a standout price. So, you know, if you're going to back a horse at 2 to 1, I made this argument last night with that thing that got beat again today, which you finished last. It's slightly different circumstances, but the same logic, of course, applies. That you have to have a lot in your favour, and the fact that the 17 fairly inexperienced 2-year-olds, and he's not that far clear, would make me think I'm not going to back him. I have backed Sonny Liston at, I think he was about 80 on Betfair earlier on.
He's 66, best price at the moment for 4 places, 66.
Well, yeah, you would play that, wouldn't you? Look, Star of India was just given what I thought was a very good ride by Ryan last time at Chester. Sonny Liston's he's only had 3 runs. Again, he's improving. This is fairly similar to the selection. I like the jockey booking of Mr. Mark One. Charlie Hill is in pretty good form, and I can see him running a race. So look, I'm back to at massive prices. What about you, big boy?
Well, I've still not committed. It's the same old story on the Derby, and I can't be putting selections up if I ain't backed them myself. It's just the element as you've alluded to there, SD. There's 17 runners here, and I tell you what, there's a handful that have got absolutely no chance and could cause trouble coming back through the field. The likes of El Habib, Hu Yamal, Masakela's got absolutely no chance, but could be quite forward and fall back through the field. So they're the ones that would worry me. And if I was on Desert Crown Anti-Post, it would be a nervous watch, to be honest, with the size of the field. It's drawn 12, which shouldn't be an issue, but you just never know around there. We saw what happened with Emily Upjohn today, etc. There's going to be a lot more people there tomorrow, so they're all going to have to handle the experience, but that's the same for them all. I said yesterday that Stone Age, if he keeps drifting, I'm going to end up backing him. I mean, the professional would say Stone Age 9 to 2 currently with 6 places available, or SP if you're that way inclined, and you should be. I mean, how could you see Stone Age outside the 6 at 9 to 2? But you are going to lose money if he doesn't win. So I don't know. I still don't know what I'm going to do. And there's no standout. Unfortunately to me, there's no standout because Edon was the one for me. He was given the green light and then quickly given the red light. So that's massively backfired. I'm still very much uncommitted. I can't be just coming on here putting up selections that I've not backed because I've not backed the thing. Any more comments on the Derby, SD? Or do you want to poo-poo everything I've said?
I agree with you. Not about yourself. You should be putting them out. I quickly was through the round. I was at Nottingham when West Wind blows one. The 4th has been beaten at Lincoln, so I don't particularly like that. Wouldn't surprise me if Westover ran a race. You've said about Stone Age, no, he'll not be at the 6, will he? And the point with that bet is you lose very, very little if he's within the 6, which he surely should be. And there's quite a lot to gain otherwise.
Yeah.
Royal Patronage, no reason why that should be Desert Crown, but it is trained by Johnston. But I do hope it wins because the owner's manager of this horse, Mr. Jason Farley, is the nicest man you'll ever meet. His Badil could improve again. Nation's Pride will mount Newmarket. If there's any number which should be running, just a note on El Habib, it shouldn't be running, and the fact that it is. And if it causes any sort of traffic problems for any of them, they should fine Stan more.
Yeah, just for the viewers, El Habib has had 1 race to his name and finished 6, and he's now running in the Derby. Has got absolutely no chance of winning, and as SD correctly says, shouldn't be winning. SD, I'll be honest, I've not looked at the 515 or the 550, but they're both decent racers, Class 2 handicaps. The 5:15 has got 12 runners. It's 6-1 the field. There's got to be some value in here, SD. I've not had a chance to look at yet myself, so there's no selection from me. But I can almost guarantee the viewers that there's a selection from you in this.
No, I was far more interested in Hexham. I'll tell you why. I remember I used to go bookmaking to the Derby, and I used to do my brains in the last two races. I just refused to look at them. They're the two races in the calendar, you know. I wouldn't touch a bog roll.
Well, I am surprised because they are decent. They are big field, class 2 handicaps.
Well, yes, but there's a better card at Hexham.
Right, okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. We've got plenty of people in the chat right now. They want to know what you're doing at Hexham. So I need you to tell me the time, the horse, and the price for Hexham, please.
We've got a full preview for you.
Right, go on then.
Right, you want to start 1:30. Terrible race. By the way, Hexham tomorrow. I must just flag this up. If you're going racing, and I think a lot of people do go racing, let me just read you out how much it is to get in the Tattersalls enclosure where you can see the horses tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay. £40 at Lingfields, 25 at Chepstow, 30 quid at Musselburgh. Bill Farnes will be creaming his trousers. £35 at Worcester, 28 at Doncaster, sold out at Epsom. It's 12 quid to get into Hexham tomorrow.
And I tell you what,
everybody should go. It's the nicest course in the country, the best. Robert and Len, who run it,
right, you're right. You've had enough. You've had enough. You're going to Hexham and it's a good deal. Tell us the goddamn winners and stop brown nosing the owners. Come on.
We're not brown nosing.
Come on.
Anyway, Bird on the Wire.
Bird on the Wire, race 1, 15-8 Hexham. There you go. Race 2.
Let's have a look at this. This is quite interesting. I looked at it earlier. I thought Going Mobile, which is trained by Sam and Jonathan England, who, like a bet, has been running over too far for rather a long time. And by rather a long time, I mean probably its last 4 runs. And as a consequence, it's come down from 94 to a mark of 80. They've dropped it back in trip.
Yep.
It's got a hell of a chance. And it was 12-1 earlier. I can see Paddy's moved a little bit of it, so back that.
There's 12-1 still available in the market, SD. That's Going Mobile, 205 Hexham, 12-1. On to the 240.
Lord Caprio will win.
Lord Caprio is the 11-4 favourite in the 240 at Hexham, yep.
Now, this is quite interesting, this.
Go on.
This next race. There's a horse running called High Sheriff.
High Sheriff in the 315 at Hexham. Yep, tell me more.
Do you want me to tell you why it's interesting?
Yes, please.
Because the last horse I know of that moved from Kenny Johnson's yard to Simon West was called Bobby the Dazzler.
Right.
And it absolutely wazzed in at Sedgefield. Now, by that, Bobby the Dazzler had about 60 stars. You would infer that Kenny Johnson doesn't know what he's doing. High Sheriff has been racing with Kenny Johnson to date, but he had one good run in Ireland and was given a racing first rating of 102. He's off 89 tomorrow. 10 he's had him since, could never win. The trainer's got a 50% strike rate in the last 2 weeks, Gillian Bonus. She knows what she's doing, and it's 14-1, I think. I would be very keen to back High Sheriff tomorrow. That's probably the bet of the day.
Right, there you go. Take note. High Sheriff in the 315 at Hexham. We're halfway through the card at Hexham. I know this is what everyone's tuned in for. No one wants Epsom. Everyone wants Hexham from SD. We're on to the 350. Talk to me.
I was not impressed at all with Stony Mountain. He's 6 on.
He is.
Time. I cannot back him. I would be quite interested in Storm Lorenzo. I'm pretty sure the yard either won this novice chase or another one last year. And I think he'll outrun his odds.
Right, well, he's 8-1 in a 5-runner race against a 1-5 favourite. Stormy Lorenzo. Each way. Right, on to the 6th race, the 420. Keep going, keep rolling.
Give us the race title, will you? Give us the race title.
Most important 3-year-old race today, Juvenile Hurdle. I like that. I like that a lot.
Very good.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So 3-year-olds are running at Hexham.
Yes, first Juvenile of the year.
Yeah.
Free Chakar won for the same owner-trainer. Well, the same owner-trainer jockey won last year in Coydeville. It's exactly the same profile this year with this Free Chakar. So I think that'll win.
Right, he's 13 to 8. 4:55. We've got 2 races left at Hexham. This is what the viewers have tuned in for. Now we're on to a handicap chase.
Dolly Dancer is due a win.
Now, you've had me back in this before.
I would back to lay this. They ran it over the wrong trip over the winter, got the mark down nicely. He fell at the first, and then last time he was cantering, and then something went wrong. I would back to lay. I would back him at 8. Now, I think you can get 8 in the village, can't you?
Yeah, 8, top price, 8 to 1, Dolly Dancer.
You can get 8 in the village. Back to lay it at 3 and run it.
Right, there you go. Dolly Dancer, back to lay from SD. I mean, we're getting all sorts here. Full preview of Hexham, back to lays. We've got taking on 1 to 5 favourites. Now we're on to the lucky last of 5:25. SD will be at Hexham tomorrow, and it's quite a big field actually to finish the day at Hexham. 11 runners. Talk to me.
Look, again, owned by one of the nicest men in the racing, Jason Miles. I do think Restitution will win the last at Hexham. He's favourite, but he should win. He won a much better race than compared him. And as you can tell, Baby Phoebe is not very into Restitution.
Right, there you go then. So Restitution in the last for SD. SD's going to be going on mute. All hell's breaking loose on the M4 for SD. But we've ran through Epsom, we've ran through Hexham, we've got SD. I mean, what more do you want? So thanks for those for tuning in. All the bets, as usual, will be in the description. That went pretty well yesterday. A good profit, actually, yesterday, for a change. Because I had a couple of barren weeks. So it was good to see some winners flying in. All that will be in the description. And genuinely, thanks to those that have tuned into our Derby stuff. It's done thousands of views, and it's been the best time that we've had, to be honest. And Pie Man sends his thanks as well. Thanks, SD, for his input. What's the last word, SD? Last word to you.
No racing at Hexham. £12 to get in. I'm in.
There you go.
We'll have some special offers.
There you go. That's all you need to know. Thanks for tuning in. Good luck with your bets, and we'll speak soon. Cheers, everybody.
Good evening.
Oh.